Crypto, we're heating up here, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the bottom of the screen. We got overlays now. We're getting legit over here, dude. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Appreciate you guys. We got let's go over the overlays. We got the AJ Writes Crypto. That's me. That's me. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for being here. And then we got Get Rich or Get Wrecked. That's the clothing line. We do have a new Grogger drop coming, J Chains. Tomorrow.
What?
Tomorrow, that new Grogger drop coming in hot with the Grogger. It's been a while. It's been a while. And you know, David from Crypto Chips, him and I, we've taken some time to really talk about Grogger, to really talk about, you know, what we're trying to accomplish here. We're kind of done, you know, but I'll give which size your t-shirt, J Chains?
Well, you know, I used to be an XL. I'm kind of like a bounce between a large and an XL these days.
You know your XL, dog. XL, baby. XL, what's
life.
good? XL for life. Let's go. Hell yeah. Also, so definitely everybody stay tuned for that Grogger drop tomorrow. Also, big shout out to all my sponsors because we have logos at the bottom of the screen now. We got Bitunix, the exchange of choice, Market Cipher, VBetter, also VChain, Algorand, Karate Combat, the main sponsors of the channel. And of course, big shout out to David from Crypto Chips, who does the merch. But he's kind of a part of Get Rich or Get Wrecked. He's my partner in crime with Get Rich or Get Wrecked. So, you know, he's included in there some way. But man, oh man, shout out to everybody in the chat. I do appreciate you all. Face was going off. It's something that was that a sweet trade, right? Yeah, I've actually I was telling Crypto Face, dude, there's been a lot of trading volume with Sweet. Like maybe you know let's get in over that. And then you know he starts picking out because most of the time Face just trades Bitcoin. He just primarily goes for Bitcoin. And I'm like, dude, come on. Like sometimes, bro, you know? So I'm glad that has been doing that. Someone said, what staking protocol do you use for Algorand? Well, Angel Garcia, definitely check out the new video I just put out yesterday. Let me use my, my Twitter here as a reference. Just did a fresh interview with John Allen Woods yesterday. I just put it out. And in that video, I mean, we kind of talked about a lot of stuff, Algorand, and it's a 45-minute interview. You got to commit to this interview, but it's really good. We talk about the new roadmap that hasn't come out yet. He actually alpha dropped on the channel that the roadmap's coming in a few weeks. And he even said, I gave that to you first. No one knew that until I told you. And man, that makes me proud. You know, yeah, just a little before I continue about that. The fact that he said that like kind of means the world to me because like just a couple years ago, I was just like kind of behind the curtain in crypto world. And now in the past 6 months, 3 top 60 blockchains used my account to break news.
Whoa.
3. Algorand, Hedera, and VChain. That's pretty crazy when you really zoom out and think like, dude, they literally are using my account to break news. Like that's insane. That's insane. And then that those little details mean the world to me, man. So big shout out to John for dropping the alpha, man, for real. And also we talk about, you know, the argument Solana versus Algorand. We also go straight up how to stake, how to run a node. Guys, once that terminal box opens on a computer, I'm like, oh, what the fuck's going on here? What's happening? But he explained it really well. And it's so easy. I have an old MacBook. I think I'm going to run a node on it just for the hell of it. But so in terms of staking protocol, you could run your own node, which you'd have to like leave your computer on forever, or you could enter a pool, which is pretty easy to do. We talk about that in the interview as well. Or you could use you know, Tiny Man or Folks Finance, where basically they give you like a Algorand derivative, like a G-Algo, M-Algo type thing, where they kind of hold it for you and they do the work, but you still get the rewards. You could do that. I was thinking about maybe doing a tutorial about how to do one of those as well, maybe on Tiny Man. Wouldn't have a problem with that at all. But it's not going to be like go to Coinbase and click a button. It's a little bit more work, but hey, you want to get a little bit better rewards. It's better than Solana. You know, we're talking 6.5 to 7% change. So when we did the original Algorand interview with John, the staking interview, he said that it'd be 6.5 to 7% as long as the parameters were met. And the parameters were that 15 to 20% of all the Algorand in circulation was staked.
Okay.
They rolled staking out the second week of January, and 15 to 20% is already staked. They already got there.
What's the do you know the circulating supply?
Off the top of my head, I think it's like
Right now.
80. I know they're like 90% of the way there. And the rest of the tokens are held by the like the foundation and stuff. Yeah, 84. So that's where I was thinking
84,
with
so yeah, about 84%
with the 8
of the 10 billion.
Yeah, so yeah, we're just about there. Yeah, 84% of 10 billion, but the rest, it's not like the rest of the supply is in like a leak out or cliff unlock situation. The rest of the supply is actually held by the powers to be at Algorand, because that's the last of the leverage they have to help build the ecosystem.
Whether
so,
it's their treasury or whatever.
Exactly. So some people think that, oh, like that they're going to get through this right away. And I'm like, no, that last 15, 16%, it's going to come out slow, because that's the only leverage they have to help build.
Yeah. And I think like you really kind of want to wait for the ecosystem to really mature, so that that value that you do save, that 14% or whatever it is, ends up being like, is worth a lot more, once we get a few years down the road, once the ecosystem has a chance to grow, the market cap, explodes, we get through the run, all that kind of stuff,
Yeah, for sure.
That would be the smart decision. Hang on to it.
Yeah, definitely hang on to it. So I do see some questions, and obviously, hold on, before I address that, I do want to kind of finish my thought here, Algorand. So yeah, definitely check out the new interview with John Allen Woods. Really good interview, guys. We go through everything, and if you want to learn more about the future of Algorand, that's the interview. This interview has alpha you won't find anywhere else. Also, Jada and I yesterday, we went to full anatomy scan of the baby. Just a quick drop in on our little girl Aria. 24 weeks in, 100% healthy, normal heartbeat, bone structure, everything's good. Everything's good. Just thought I'd fill you guys in on that, man.
What a cutie. Look at that face, man.
Look at that face, dude. Look at that face.
That's definitely Jada's face.
I hope she's pretty like her mama, dude, because dude, I hope she's pretty like her mama. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, I couldn't be happier to become a father, man. Like it is kind of starting to hit me, dude. Like, but
it's cool, man. It'll change your world in a very, very positive, very exciting way. I'm really excited for you to be a dad.
Yeah, I'm excited. I know that Emmy and Aria are gonna be besties. So hell yeah. But yeah, so
kids.
But big shout out to everybody in the chat, giving the love about the baby and everything. And Aria, dude, already has a full Bitcoin. She's a full coiner.
She's a full coiner.
I think she might be the youngest full coiner of all time. And so the way we did it, got it on a ledger, got it on cold storage on a ledger, and we're gonna wait until she's 25.
Yeah, that's a good age.
Not 18.
Not 18.
Not 21.
Yeah.
25.
Get through the stupid stuff.
Right. Once you're 25, you can have that. You can have that Bitcoin.
Now, when will she know that she has it?
Oh, when she's like 6.
Yeah,
she's gonna go to kindergarten. Like, I have a Bitcoin. Fuck you. That's gonna be the vibe for sure. Yeah. Okay. yeah. She's gonna know very, very early about the Bitcoin. I'm gonna dangle that carrot because by the time she's 25, watch Bitcoin be like 12 mil.
Oh, that's amazing.
I meant 0.1.
Yeah.
I meant 0.1.
I forgot there was a decimal point in there.
That's so funny. But yeah, I'm super excited, man. It's gonna becoming a father, man. It's starting to hit me. It's starting to hit me pretty heavy, and I couldn't be more grateful. So big shout out to my little girl Aria. Also, see, I see some people in the chat talking about the Bitunix promo. So I got to be very clear about the deposit bonus. All right, so the deposit bonus, what you guys are talking about, is this right here when you deposit to get the rewards. So you have to click the link in this tweet, the bitunix.com/activity partner trading. Like, why not get another $200 for free? This specific link is for that deposit bonus. If you clicked this link and did the process, maybe shoot me a message on Telegram, shoot me a message on email, and send me your UID number. So first we can double check that your UID number was made with this link. Okay. And then second, if that is the case, I will send it to my point of contact and try to figure out why, or maybe it takes a minute to land. I'm not sure why, but they wouldn't give me this promo if it didn't work. So yeah, so let's certainly get that. oh man, I'm gonna come into the chat be mean. Oh my god. Oh, bye-bye. I'll see you later. It's just like, dude, every successful person I know does not have the time in their day to like make time to just be an asshole. Like what?
Like what? Yeah, what's wrong with you?
You know, like I'm not going in their chat to be a dick. You know what I mean? Like I don't care. You know, it's just like you know, work your ass off, put your head down for 3 years, start your own shit, become a millionaire. Then come talk to me about how much of a half-wit I am. At least I can be a rich half-wit. That's fine with me. That's totally fine with me, bro. I'm good with it. I'm good with it for sure. But have a nice day. See you later. All right. Yeah.
Bye, Felicia.
Bye, Felicia. But dude, I do. Man, there's so much going on. There's stories right now. Let's just jump into. Before I get to the Trump story, you know, there was the story the other day about the Wyoming's doing this thing and West Virginia is doing this thing. But guess what now? Now it's Utah. Now it's Utah. And that's what I'm saying. Every day you're going to hear another story about another country, another state, another this, another that is slowly but surely. This is just the tiptoe, the baby crawl to the dream. And the dream has been and will always be mass adoption. This is a phrase that was thrown around. You know, those two words have been overused so much to the point when you hear the words adoption, you kind of have like an eye roll. Am I wrong here, Chains? It's just like an overstated adoption. Oh, here we go again.
I don't know. I mean, like we're here though, but we're like in the precipice of like literally becoming institutionally included, regulatorily included. You know, it's like the whole mass adoption narrative. While it's exhausting for some people, I think it's cool to finally see come to fruition after many years in this space.
Yep.
But
I mean, it is. I got distracted. I just saw in the chat that Wyoming denied the Bitcoin bill. I didn't know that. I didn't see that in the news feed at all. I'd have to look into that because I normally that kind of thing would pop up in my news feed. I did not see that. I'll have to look into it. But still, the kind of the point is that everyone's trying to get a piece of the pie. And guys, these are the reason I bring these stories up. I don't even talk about the details of the story. The reason I bring this up is because I remember seeing these same stories in 2021 before we blasted to the moon. So guys, I'm telling you, everyone's getting in on it. We are still very early. I believe we are in the 4th inning of this bull run. 4th inning. Shout out to Quizzer in the chat. Hello from Portugal. Hello. Thanks for being here. Welcome, man. That's so cool. I love when people are like, oh, I'm watching from Ireland. I'm like, holy shit. That's crazy. But hey, thanks for being here, man.
How do you say hello in Portuguese?
Hi. Hello. That's how I would say it. But yeah, so shout out to Utah, man. Utah. All right, so let's get into the main. I know this is the banging story that everyone wants insight on. And of course, that story is that Donald Trump has turned pro XRP and shares a Ripple lab report on Truth Social. So if you guys don't know, Trump has like some sort of massive, probably 20, 30 million dollar buku endorsement deal with Truth Social. And his Twitter's back, but he doesn't tweet like he used to tweet. Man, I want that 3 a.m. manic 2018 Donald Trump. I want that Trump back because I miss those tweets. Those were the days. But now he does a lot of, on Truth Social, which is good. He's probably the main reason people even have a Truth Social account. I don't have a Truth Social account. Maybe I should make one, but he's over there currently talking about Ripple, about XRP. So Trump shared XRP related content. I don't have the Truth Social to pull it up and show you, but I can tell you about the article. Trump shared XRP related content on social media, sparking speculation about his support for Ripple despite past tensions with its executives. The SEC now interim leadership may settle against Ripple as much Doge department audits the regulator. Thank goodness. I can't wait for them to just throw the book at the IRS. That's going to be great. Hopes for an XRP ETF approval rise as the SEC acknowledges new filings with better market placing 2025 approval odds at 78%. The odds are 78% for approval. And really quick, a quick tangent before we continue this story is that Bitwise ETF filing will know within 90 days. The review process could take up to 90 days, but this one could possibly be the one. It got submitted on February 6th, but people are talking about this one, and obviously a couple of them might get approved all at once. But
Grayscale filed last week as well, right?
Right, yeah, Grayscale filed as well. I was about to say that, but this one is. I feel like they're all going to get approved. And let's, before I even finish that, remember this idea we talked about on the show the other day. The XRP cup and handle. The XRP cup and handle. So when we have a cup, all right, there's a cup, and then you have to hold the cup with the handle, right? There it is. All right. And then we got, kind of rough measurement right here. Kind of pull this bad boy. Measured move that would take us to support resistance, exactly like we mentioned before. Normally measured moves take you to support resistance like they should, which is basically all-time high around $3.40, $3.40. That would be, so the breakout line is 8.4% from where we are now. The measured move is 30% from where we are now, and the measured move is 19.7% from that little neckline there. So yeah, man, this cup and handle has formed a little bit more, because when we first talked about it, it was kind of like that. We didn't really have the curvature yet when we talked about it on Monday. I believe we talked about this, and the fact that it kind of planted its feet here, and this is kind of what you're looking for. This right here is called a hammer. And you just kind of see how this has like that long tail right here. See that? That's called a hammer candle. And a hammer candle, often when it aligns with the peak of the momentum wave, like it does right here. See that curvature right here? When you see that kind of yells reversal. And if you go back in time and look at any time before a reversal, like right here, bang, right here, bang. And it works both ways. Hammers work both ways. Most reversals will have a hammer. Look right here. Bang. All right. So that's just a quick little pro tip there that kind of to keep you guys looking, because basically what it does, it clears that liquidity out. It kind of traps all the people that are going the wrong direction before it goes the right direction. All right. So, but now kind of local setup for XRP, how I'm approaching this. Well, of course, like I said, we have to break out. Well, the handle itself, right, is all the way up here. Like I said, we're about 8% from the handle. Okay. But right now we're looking at a 12-minute chart, and 12-minute is my time frame that I like to use for scalping. And as you can see, we are impending that bull cross on the 12-minute chart, which is why I brought it up to show you. We might be green lighting an XRP long here in the Telegram group. Maybe. Very possible. I know that some setups from the Telegram group this week have been doing very well, by the way. Also, we kind of get this rough trend line here, or even if you wanted to draw like a local trend line, kind of zoom in on this setup like this. If it kind of crosses that could be a sign like, okay, maybe we're going to break down. But how I would navigate this local setup is, one, we kind of have like this sort of pennant. All right. And that's pretty damn close to perfectly being drawn, like connected to all the lines here, because we have, the top, this, this is a very, very perfect, close to perfectly, oops, let me put that back, drawn local time frame pennant. I mean, this started coming down Saturday. So this right here is Saturday. It kind of bled down on the larger time frame. It planted its feet with a hammer here yesterday morning, and since then we're up. So how much? I do want to know how much we're up, because that matters. So we're only 5% up in the past day, which isn't much time. So what we're looking for here on this local setup is what is this point of intersection? All right. So this point of intersection is Thursday at 3:48, 3 o'clock in the morning. So by tomorrow morning, like very early tomorrow morning, XRP will be forced to either break the local downtrend or break the local uptrend. Okay. It will break one way or the other. And what I would like to do here is for confirmation, you can see that right here. We have, this was the floor. This was a fight. This was the floor. And right here is the ceiling. And right here where we rejected again. So locally and normal, like in scalp situations, the local levels matter the most. So in this local situation, we had a floor, ceiling, floor, floor, ceiling, ceiling. This level is 2.635. Let's type that in. 2.635. All right. Let me double check that number. Yep, 2.365. Because, and let's change the color so we don't get confused here, because the yellow lines are the trend lines. And this line is the local support resistance line. Why is this important? Because as you see here, when the trend line breaks, I feel better going into the trade from the level, because this level is what we like to refer to as confirmation. So this is kind of our green light go for the XRP long. And then in terms of targets, well, just kind of look for local previous support resistance where we have, kind of floor, ceiling situation right here. So target one will be 269. All right. Let me give you guys this full setup here. 269 on that. Let me get rid of some of my squiggle wiggles, because I do be squiggling some wiggles all the time. And then, of course, target two is right here at our local point of control, which is very close to being support resistance as well. And that would be 274. All right, I'm not even going to draw the line. I'll just kind of type that in. 274. All right. So say we get this confirmation level. All right. So from the breakout alarm, not the current price, but from the breakout alarm, target number one is 2.2%, and target number two, which is the local point of control, is 4.26%. So that is kind of the setup we're looking at in the event XRP breaks up. So right now we are what we like to refer to as a conditional range, where if you wanted to say, okay, XRP is ranging between here and here, and then use that level, and then use this second bottom level. So we could say this is the range here. So the bottom of this range is 2539. Let's type that in. 2539. And then this bottom target's 2467. All right, 2467. Okay, so right now XRP is ranging between 263 and 253. I don't give a shit what happens in between this range. All right, it's minuscule. What we care about is the break of this range, where the first target is about 3% down the hill to 246 here. So that is the way I'm currently looking at XRP. We have a 12-minute chart with a bull cross. So let's talk about the confluence. The reason I believe it's going to break up and not down is because we have a bull cross on a 12-minute. The point of control is above the price action, and we're kind of staying above the zero line here with the momentum wave and the money flow. So that is kind of, we kind of got three major bullish elements of confluence, where, if this alarm goes off here at 263.5, that's a long, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to click my alarm at that level. I'm going to come down here and want to type XRP long. I'm going to just leave it on once, just so it doesn't go off 100 times. Normally I'll leave it on forever, but just for this example, I'm just going to put it on once so I know. And that is our current XRP setup. So guys, be sure to follow along these trades. This is what we do. I give amazing trades out like this all the time over on Telegram. Dude, so many really good trades. There's actually a trade that I want to talk about that I posted yesterday for Ondo. That Ondo has a local inverse head and shoulders that I think is probably going to work out pretty well. I thought you guys moved locations. We did. We did move locations.
It may be an internet issue. I feel like you're coming through a little fuzzy today.
Am I?
Yeah.
Dude, normally the internet here is like really good.
Yeah. And you're not blurry on the camera.
Oh, why is this not? I don't know.
We need our charts, man.
Yeah, I know. I need my chart up. Oh, and now it's like gone. Maximize. All right. I need my chart in the back, guys.
It's crummy here today, though, in North Georgia. It's
the weather is
stormy. It's cold. It's cold and rainy here, so it's probably.
Yeah, maybe I should maybe I should get like a Starlink or something. You know, maybe that wouldn't be a bad idea. But yeah, sorry about that. Big shout out to Genre G for joining the Grogger again, man. Hey, thanks for being here. Do appreciate you. 6 a.m. Doug in the chat. AJ's Telegram is great for all levels of experience. I feel you alone learn more than almost anywhere else. And hey, dude, I really appreciate that. Like I said, I've been, if someone, there's a trader out there that has a Telegram group, guess what? I've been in it. Even if I didn't say anything, I was there. Because basically I've, for years and years and years, I kind of checked all these things out and learned how everyone else did it. And I kind of said, oh, I like the way this person did it. I like the way that person did it. I don't like what they did. And I kind of like created my own group out of the best of all the worlds, plus like my own insight. So yeah, man, I do appreciate the compliment on the group there. We do work very hard on the group. At least the audio is good. So that makes the most to me. Yeah, we were never in Tennessee. So we wanted to go to Tennessee. I like Tennessee, to be honest. Brazil just launched the XRP Hashdex ETF. Hell yeah. Crypto Drunk in the chat, dropping that knowledge.
Yeah, look that up. That's technically the first spot XRP ETF live.
Yeah, and also someone in the chat, High Life AK Texas had a meeting about creating a Bitcoin reserve. That's what I'm saying. Every state is having that conversation, and that's the kind of stories. That's the kind of stories you want to see, man. I'm totally cool with that.
I would think at this point we're probably close to 50% of the individual states interested, talking about it, planning, all that stuff.
Right. Also, right here in the chat, someone says, Edu Vids, do you have a favorite crypto tax platform? Let's talk about this for a second. I absolutely hate, as a content creator, I don't say the word hate much. It's a very powerful word, but I absolutely hate crypto taxes. Of course I do. You don't want to know how much I paid Uncle Sam. You would throw up, because I sure as fuck did. That's for sure. All right. And what I'm going to say is that I once made a crypto tax video. Okay. Very early in my channel. And how did I make this video? I got on the phone with the guy in Delaware that files my taxes. He's the guy that files my taxes. All right. And I kind of took what he said. I didn't like interview him live on the channel or anything, but I kind of took what he said and I crushed it into a ball and I made the video. And in the chat, in the comments, dude, it was like Armageddon. Like, AJ, this guy, you're going to get audited. You're an idiot. You don't know what you're doing. This guy's wrong. Blah, 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 blah. It started a war. And you know why it started a war? Because at the time and even now, no one actually knows. Like, there is a lot of gray area when it comes to crypto taxes. And like, it's kind of one of those things where, look, man, everyone has to make their own decision. Everyone has to make their own decision. At the end of the day, you have to go with what feels right to you. All right. And all I'm going to say is that I hire a CPA, I pay a guy, and I give him the papers and I pay him the money. I have no care to try to explain what my tax guy tells me, because I don't want to start another war, because basically, like, people freaked out over this video. And I'm like, dude, like, it's not like me. Like, this is what he told me. And this is what he's giving the IRS for me. And if that's wrong to you guys, okay, well, I didn't get audited. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know. Change, you got any insight on this, bro?
Taxation is stuff, man.
Yeah. Oh, dude, 100%.
I'm with you. You hire somebody to do this stuff, and it's like, we're not tax experts. And as far as companies, I don't know. You just get your CPA to do it.
Yeah, dude, like, get your CPA to do it.
There's a lot of different. I mean, I think you just got to find, if there's a service or a product that you want specifically, like, just do your research and figure out what works best for you.
Right. You know what I mean? I don't have like a sponsor on the channel for crypto taxes. Maybe I should, but I kind of want to stay out of that topic. I'm not the crypto tax guy. I don't want to be.
What happens? And I know that we're talking about this now. April's coming up. Everybody can file an extension until October. What happens if Trump and the administration kind of goes through with the plan and says, you know what, we're done with the IRS. What we're going to do is tariff other countries. We'll take the money in other ways that doesn't affect the citizens. You guys can go and keep a little bit more of your loot.
Thank God.
Please.
Yeah, someone in the chat really all 100%. And guys, straight up, every single year I extend to October. Every single.
Why would you not?
Every single year. Like my tax guy doesn't even call to ask anymore. He just knows, oh yeah, October, got it. Because like, yeah, it's one of those deals where, yeah, man, people, because it's kind of like, not to say too much or to give financial advice, but like there are two schools of thinking. School of thinking number one is that the money that you convert from crypto into US dollar back to your bank account, that bottom line is the only thing that matters. And what percentage of that is income if you get paid in crypto like I do? What percentage of that is income, or what percentage of that is actual capital gains? All right. The thing is that income gets taxed more than capital gains, but you can't write off capital gains. You can only write off income. So kind of when you have a studio that, you know, I've dumped probably, you know, $30, $40, $50,000 into my cameras and my lights and my computers. I have 4 MacBooks, like, you know, like all this stuff, like, you know, there, you kind of got to play the game on how much you're willing to write off, how much you're going to write off, and, you know, how much is capital gains. That's school of thinking number one. School of thinking number two is that every time you enter a single trade, or every time you go from Bitcoin to Tether, from Tether to Ethereum, from Ethereum to XRP, or Ethereum back to Bitcoin, that every single one of those things is a taxable event. And I understand that people have the school of thinking, but here's the thing. If you are a trader that has an account that is not attached to your name, you know, a wise man once told me, you can't sue what you can't see. You can't sue what you can't see. So if you have 1 or 2 or 3 or 5 accounts that are not KYC accounts, where you're just trading and you turn $10,000 into $1 million, and then you take that $1 million, send it to your Coinbase, and then put that money from your Coinbase back into your bank account and pay taxes on that $1 million. What's the difference? What's the difference? It's the bottom line that really matters. And I know people will go to war over saying, well, everything's a taxable event, or the only thing that matters is how much money actually comes back to the dollar.
I think it's about what you put in and then what you take out.
Exactly.
That difference, tax me on it. Boom. Let's be on with our day. Let's just move on.
Yes. So, you know, that I did kind of want to
think about, like, with gaming and all that stuff, like all of those in gaming, like a lot of those transactions, you think about microtransactions, thousands and thousands, like it's a system that's not going to work for this particular ecosystem.
Yeah.
It's time to move on to something different.
Yeah. It's one of those things, man, that's follow your own moral compass, or what I do, hire a CPA, take his advice, because at the end of the day, the IRS comes knocking, I'm going to say, hey, man, I gave everything I had to my CPA. Audit me all you want. Have fun. You know what I mean? Because if you are honest about your shit and you give everything to your CPA, you got nothing to worry about. All right. So, and I do agree, current crypto taxation is broken, and taxation is theft 100%. I at least want to know where my money goes. The amount of money I gave them last year, I at least want to know where it goes, bro.
Going to transgender surgeries for animals.
Yeah, dude, probably. But yeah, so I'm glad we're talking about that. Nice RH jacket, says Psycho Crypto. I think he's talking about Richard Hart. Nice Richard Hart jacket. Thank you. How come you guys don't talk about PulseChain? Why don't we talk about PulseChain, Jay James? Why not?
Don't put me on the spot like that. Speaking.
All right. This is what I'll tell you. This is what I'll tell you why I don't talk about PulseChain. All right. I don't hate what the community represents. I don't hate that at all. I love when people are extremely passionate about crypto. That type of tribalism. it's a powerful thing. It is a powerful thing. I will say that. And Richard Hart, for whatever reason, is a contagious dude, and people seem to gravitate towards him, and that's great that he has that kind of power. But what I will say is that when he came to the Hit Network studio, and that night we all went and saw The Weeknd. We went and saw The Weeknd, and so Richard Hart we got there early, and Richard Hart and his friend got there right after we did. And there was about an hour before anyone else showed up, where it was myself, my fiance Jada, Richard Hart, and his friend. And we talked about everything. And at the time, I was not making that much money, not much at all. Okay. And I did ask him, like, hey man, like, so if you like, you know, got robbed right now, or someone hacked you and you had to start over from zero right now, what would you do? You know what he told me? He looked me dead in my eye and said, I'd buy PulseChain. I'd buy Hex. No, I'd buy Hex, not PulseChain. I'd buy Hex. That's what I'd do. And don't buy Bitcoin and don't trade. And I think the whole thing, the don't trade thing, that's just, don't do that. Don't look at this thing. Don't learn a skill that makes you money. Just trust me. Don't trade. Just trust me. I bought $100 of Hex that day. It's worth $6 now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's why I don't talk about Hex.
I have, I think, 11-ish years left on my 15-year lockup. I did the Quattro Cinco Club.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, I hope it works out.
Yeah, you know, it's either going to be, I've said this is either going to be my my daughter's like inheritance or college or whatever the fund is, because she'll be like, I think 16 years old when it matures.
Wow.
Or
hey,
it'll be my boat money.
I wish it the best, dude. I wish it the best. And you know, and I think, you know, Psycho Crypto kind of defending Hart in the chat. I understand. You say most people lose at trading. You are good at it. Well, most people don't understand quantum physics. But the people that put their head down and read and go to classes and go to seminars and focus for years and years and years and years can learn quantum physics, just like people who are, you know, kind of disciples of the game, and really take time. And that's the thing. Most people lose at trading because they don't know what they're doing. They throw money at letters. They take really big chances before having all the information. Like, you really gotta learn how to trade, man. It takes time, and most people are just impatient. In the world of TikTok instant gratification, I want it and I want it now. That's why people don't know how to trade, because they're impatient. But trust me, man, it's one of those deals where if you put the time in, you put the work in, for sure. But yeah, man, I understand, and I'm not hating on anyone in the, don't get me wrong, I'm not hating on Richard, I'm not hating on the Pulse or Hex community or anything. I'm just glad I didn't listen to him. I'm glad I hung out with him for an hour and didn't listen to a fucking thing he said. That's all I'm going to say about it. All right. But yeah, I'll leave it there. But, you know, but I wish him all the best and all the luck in the world. I really do.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah,
that was good that you didn't follow the advice. Hey, you know, the whole thing about, you know, not wanting to make fun of the Hex or the Pulse community, I tend to do this quite often on social media. It's kind of fun, although, you know, I think it's gone on for a while for them. I think there's a bitter community. They are strong and they are loyal. However, I think, you know, the writing is on the walls. Now, if I'm not mistaken, though, like, just to play devil's advocate here, I believe a very large percentage of the tokens that he had recently went to the 15-year lockup, if I'm not mistaken, like a very large percentage of coins. I'll have to take a look at this. I think this was maybe like 2 weeks ago or something. I
hope so, man. That
would be good for the project, but it's weird that it happened like right now with, like, I don't really know any context to it. So
yeah, I'm not really sure, dude. I haven't really, as you can tell.
I'm with you.
Yeah, man. I'm looking at little tradey trade right now.
Look at that. While you're looking at that little trade, it's a good time for you guys to go ahead and smash that like button.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
live on both YouTube and X. So do the things that you got to do.
Yeah. All right, so we are we did go ahead and click the go button there.
Did you go on the XRP long?
Yeah, we did just go long on XRP. I think this one's obviously, I believe that if it takes a little bit to play out, I'm okay with it. Here, I mean, here's a kind of zoomed out 2-hour version of what we're looking at. You kind of see the 2-hour just clearing the 50 EMA and the 200 EMA kind of consecutive climbing up. And I really like the 2-hour, how the RSI is beginning to push up. Here, let me kind of scoot that over so you guys can see it. RSI starting to push up, momentum wave pushing up. Kind of like I said, when we're zoomed in, like the local point of control is above where we are. As you can see, this alarm did go off. And we broke the local downtrend. And why I like this trade is because this local downtrend started forming back on Saturday. It's Wednesday. This was Saturday. This started falling. It's Wednesday. It just broke now. So if this flops a little bit, I'm going to ride it until this trend line. If it loses that trend line, I'm gone. But right now, if it flops and gropes here, I'm cool with it. If it loses this trend line, I'm out. All right. So we did jump in there, share this tab instead. We are up $238, $264.58. It is I got a $30,000 position. No, excuse me. Yeah, it's an $80,000 position with leverage. So it's a 7x leverage, $30,000 position, already up $400. So glad we pulled the trigger on that trade. I think I'm going to let this one ride. I mean, I could just scoop this $400 right now because, guys, we talked about this yesterday. You make $300 a day trading. $300 a day is $109,500. That's six figures if you make $300 a day trading, and that's respectable money. And right now, shit, this trade's up. Oh my God, we are up already $600, dude. Already up $600. Man, I should take my
2 days worth of work right there.
Yeah, dude, I should just take my money and go home. But now I'm gonna ride it out. I think this is a big boy trade. I got a little bit more leverage today, a little bit more money today, but because I like the setup. Why did I do this, guys? It's up $620 right now. Confluence. How many? And the Confluence checklist. When I got into this trade because something significant happened. Something significant happened. This downtrend started on Saturday. It's Wednesday. We broke the trend line. We broke confirmation. Let's go. Let's go. All right. So, you got to follow that school of thinking. You got to jump in when something significant happens. This is why you join the Telegram group. I give you guys these alarms every single day. Yeah, and this is going to toggle. I just watched it go from 400 to 200 to 350 to 360. This thing's gonna fight. This thing's gonna flop and grow. But yeah, I'm liking this call. I think I'm going to comfortably not just scalp close this. I think I'm going to ride this one out. And what I'm a little concerned about in this trade locally is that, hold on, let me find the chart. Let me kind of find the example. We have $300 right now. Is that this thing has kind of happened before where it kind of has this big spike right here. And then it goes. So they're not sharing this tab. Sorry. Let me really zoom in on the chart to kind of explain myself here. So look right here. We kind of had this big spike, and then it does this big spike. You know what I mean? And XRP always does that. It kind of has these big little legs. If you can catch one of those legs, good. But then you're going to grope around for a little while. But I think, and also another reason is that we have the chart confluence that I fully explained. I fully explained this setup earlier in the show. But guys, we also have the macro confluence. Donald Trump tweeting about Ripple. All right, we have the cup and handle. We have the ETF, maybe about to get approved here. There's not just chart confluence here. There's also macro confluence here. So this is, you kind of use the macro to find the news, to find the story, to kind of scan the market. What are people talking about? Oh, we got a story. Let's look at this chart. Look at that chart. Find the confluence. Where's the confluence? Let the market tell you the story. Let the chart give you a signal. React to a significant occurrence. Make money. Rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. And you know, I am we are currently up $700 in this here XRP trade. So let's keep rocking it out. I'm gonna stay in this trade. You know, I'd like to make $1,000 on this one. I'd be cool with that. Maybe a little more, a little less. Maybe, you know, maybe this could be when I ride out, man. I don't know. I'm in the school of consistent rinse repeat type trading. That's always been the style of trader I've been. Sometimes I'll swing a trade. You know, I'll stay in it a while. But dude, I've always been a scalper, man. I really have always been a scalper. I've always been like, make $600, boom, done for the day. Make $1,000, boom, done for the day, and just kind of roll that out, man. It's
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
What about those people? And I could never be this type, only because I kind of PTSD from the market, and you could be up and the next minute you're down, right? But you see a lot of these big time traders, or you know, people, KOLs, influencers, whatever they want to be called, will be in a trade for months at a time, right? And they're up thousands of percent, like in a trade. Have you ever done one of those super long-term trades?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I've done it before. It's also one of those things where it's like, man, it depends on how much money it is, because if you're talking like a trade like this where you're going to see a couple $100 fluctuation every couple minutes, and oh man, hold on, not to cut you off, but this is what I'm saying. It already has begun with this type of trade. Look at where we are. I do want to answer your question, but I'm so sorry. This is why it's hard for me to trade when I live stream. But look at this already. You see my point here? Like this is going to be a nightmare of a trade. I can feel it. I already got a super big wick on the 7-minute. I mean, it looks good, but this is the kind of trade that could go bad really fast. Like, you know, and this is kind of why I like scalping so much, because I can find a spot, hit go, and make a couple $100 all day. But it's when it starts to go crazy and it gets unpredictable. I don't like unpredictable things. I like kind of zoning in on something, pulling the trigger, and boom, making that money. But it's, you know, it's also one of those things where if you want to make ride it out for a really long time, that's where you're going to make that crazy money. Where, you know, right here, I could just, you know, take my couple $100 and go home. So, like I said, I am going to ride this out, win or lose. I'm totally fine with it. And if this trade somehow becomes a loss, this is when I'm going to tell myself, should have scalped it when I had the chance. And, you know, but that's, you know, you got to align with the style of trading that works for you. What works for you? And I think that's the most important element here. I don't have a stop loss on this trade. Yeah, it's not really that large of a trade. So I normally put stop losses on trades that are like way too big. You know what I'm saying? So take profits home. Let me figure out my levels here first. So we got, so I went long for 30 grand at 264.6. All right. 264. So I'll go take profit. So hold on, what would my I'll just put like a 280 in for take profit just so it's something. So that would be no 80 take profit, and then the current stop loss. So I could do like a partial stop loss or a trailing stop loss. I'm just gonna do go big go home type situation right now. I'm just gonna go. So open price was 264.74. Right now it's at 265. I think I'm going to 264.9. No. Oh, 265.1. Yeah, and it is kind of falling back right now. Like I said, hold on. This is why I hate trading live, because I have to like think. And look, see, this is happening right now. And that's why I was like, oh man, oh no. Should have scalped it when I had the chance. 265. I'll just put it at my Yeah, I'm just gonna run. So I put my stop loss in profit like $40 or $30 or something, just so if it stops out, it's over, because I don't want to flop and grope with this trade. I actually thought that what screen is live right now? Okay. When you look at this, I actually thought that I was a little closer down here when I got in, like down there. Let me change the color of this. But it actually kind of it was up here. So I thought I had a little bit more cushion, and then when I saw the numbers and I was putting the stop loss in, I was like, oh shit, like this thing's already like that. That's how much wiggle room you really have. So I was just like, dude, I'm not gonna take a loss at the very least if I make, you know. There we go. Okay. Yeah, this is the trade I'm going to revisit. And this is why, like in the Telegram group, you know, we kind of completely sidelined this show trading. But in the Telegram group, it is one of those deals where you revisit a trade, where you circle back and say, oh, okay, I see what just happened there. Let's look at this again. Let's look at this piece of information. Let's run with it. Let's run with it. So, you know, this is certainly a trade I'm going to circle back on. Should have scalped. Obviously, the correct answer to that question was when I was up $700, I should have just flash closed and ran.
That's you talk about you play the game. Sometimes you want to let the market breathe. Maybe it went higher, but you know, at the end of the day.
Oh, dude, it's. I mean, there's no bummer with me at all.
Regrets.
No regrets whatsoever. Sorry, I was checking. I'm looking at the chart right now in the back. Yeah, I'm so bad at trading live, man, because I like have to like look at everything and I like get quiet, and I don't like doing that. Yeah, I get quiet. I get quiet when I trade. So that's why because people are asking me like, dude, please trade live more. Please trade live more. And I'm like, dude, I want to, but like the show will be bad. You know what I mean? Yeah, or just play music in the background. And that's a good point. That's a good point. But now, so right now I am watching this trade. I'm going to kind of see how this plays out right here. Let's see how it reacts to this. And I'm certainly more than happy to revisit this trade. So let's continue going through. Sorry, I have a look at the chat in a minute. So we got a chat from RBLD. I can't even pronounce this. Whatever AI. Would you add XRP coins in circulation? What? Needs a lot of money or keep adding onto our algo to feel like they can get more percentage. Okay, you're basically saying, oh yeah, well, I mean, so this is my baseline statement. Of course, I can't give financial advice, right? But my baseline statement is XRP's market cap is $151 billion. 151 billion. Come on down the list here. Let's look at Algorand, 2.1 billion. Do you really think in a bull run that XRP's inflows are going to outpace Algorand's 151 to 2? You see my point? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Especially at this point. Here's the thing.
You just mean like at the size of the market cap, just how big it is, like what it takes to actually move the needle because of how high that market cap is, right?
Right. So, yeah, basically it takes, to simply put, without including how these numbers are calculated and all that stuff, whatever. Basic math. It takes Algorand $2.1 billion to double. It takes XRP $151 billion to double. What's going to happen first? Is Algorand going to get 2 billion or is XRP going to get 151?
What if this is the cycle that XRP and some other coins decouple from Bitcoin because they're just part of a larger narrative?
It's possible. And that's why I have some exposure to XRP. And hey, I am glad that I got out of that trade. I took my $50 and ran. I should have flash closed. But what I'm saying, when you scalp like this is when you revisit. This is when you kind of keep an eye on it and say, oh, okay, I see what's happening here. But that's literally truth every time. Because when I literally my mid trade analysis on see how it has this spike and then it flops and gropes. It has a spike and then it flops and gropes. It has a spike and then it flops and gropes. And I was 100% right about that. The thing is that I actually thought my position was further down here. It was actually like it was a little bit past the alarm. So I should have jumped the gun or set a limit at the alarm, because if I set a limit at the alarm, I would still be in profits, where once this candle here kind of started to cut my trade off, and when I saw it tanking, I just like took like my $50 and ran. But at least it wasn't a loss, so that's totally fine with me. But no, certainly flash closing that one that time was the correct go-to. But you know, this thing easily could flop or go. I think that trade, 7x leverage is a lot of leverage. That's a lot of leverage. And I think people sleep on that sometimes. But what was the question before that? Oh, XRP decoupling.
Yes.
Okay, got it. Let me answer that question. So this is what I want you guys to realize about XRP. All right. Way back in the olden days when I was just a wee lad, okay, and XRP, the olden days, as in October 24, when XRP was 50 cents. Okay. Look at this. XRP from swing low. Well, not even the swing low, but the local low, November 4th, November 3rd to the top, 577%. XRP in this run was the top mover that time. The thing is that most altcoins, when you pull Fibonacci from the low to the top, XRP is still a very strong coin in terms of where it lies on Fibonacci. It's actually just in here now a little bit, and it could be coming down, to the 382. And Bitcoin, same thing. Bitcoin's a very strong coin right now. The problem is that the gains that you want with XRP, the gains that you're talking about getting, like, would I buy Algorand or XRP? Well, even if from November 2nd, 2024 to right now, that's still a 433% rip. It kind of happened already. XRP is not going to 5x from here. It is not happening this bull run. I don't want to be a bear, but I'm telling you that Algorand and the V chains, the H bars, the Jasmines, these are coins that have come up and have come down to the golden pocket, to the 618. They are considered weaker coins in Fibonacci, but they're also still, they are all a double up or more back to the previous all-time high, where XRP is now in a different playing field. It's only a 28% move back to its all-time high. So my point here is that, like, those gains you wanted with XRP, if you didn't get them already, it's a little late to join the show. Am I wrong, Jay Chains? Am I crazy right now?
No, I think, it goes back to a lot of things you said, right? Market cap and all that stuff. And we say the same thing about Bitcoin. Unless you're a gazillionaire already, you're not going to get rich off Bitcoin. It's just not going to happen. Ethereum, I don't know what the fate of Ethereum is. Do you think we'll see a 10K ETH this cycle? Who knows, right? I think
I hope so, dude. Like, I hope so. But even that, I mean, like,
but even that, it's a 5x. That's it. You know what I mean? Like,
that's my point.
The whole point is, like, and that's why you have to reach farther down in the roster. You have to go down into the market cap list where you've got strong fundamentals, good team, good narrative, what the activity, all that stuff, TVL, you look at all these things that are important, and that's where you find the bangers, man. That's where you make the portfolio jump. Whereas if you're just in it for some steady gains, that's like what I tell people, like my mom, right? Like, if you're just buying, you're not selling, you just want to acquire over time, and you're a long-term hodler, just DCA and chip away, buy the Bitcoin, buy the Ethereum, buy those. But if you're trying to get X's and gains, man, you got to find some other opportunities.
You have to target the lower market caps, man. You have to. Like, you're not, listen,
I don't mean meme coins, but you got to target, like, strong fundamental coins.
Ethereum, if Ethereum went to 10K, that would be a $1.2 trillion market cap for a 269% gain. It doesn't really seem like the play to me. If something has to go to $1 trillion just for me to make 269%. And that's the thing. If you did not buy XRP before, if you are considering just buying XRP now,
what do you say to the people? Because there's a lot, there's strong narratives and really a lot of bullish use cases for the whole thing, but you get a lot of people that are talking about 15, 20. I've heard
not this
$50.
Not this run.
But, like, I think a good metric is what, 20, 30?
Listen, this is where This is where I draw the line as a content creator. There are content creators out there that lie to you guys. They fucking lie. Oh, it's going to this. It's going to that. It's going to 20x from here. We're all going to party. And you love to hear that because they're co-signing your bullshit. They're telling you what you want to hear. I'm telling you what you need to hear. XRP is already $151 billion. This bull run, as in it's February, this coming October, this coming November, if XRP got to 500 billion, my jaw would hit the ground. I would be surprised if it went to 500 billion. That's a lot of money, guys.
You could do it. You want to make, let's think about like the parameters. Let's put a bet in.
Okay.
We'll do like $1,000 XRP bet.
Done. So what's the limit here? What are you asking for?
I don't know if we want to go market cap or if we want to go price.
Let's go to, we're out of the coin perspective here. Here, let's head over. Let's head on over. So we need to set a date. By what date, J-Chains? Decent New Year's Eve?
So sometimes, definitely sometime H2 2025. If you guys don't know, I'm moving on instead of quarters. I know the Sweet Play 1 is coming out in H1 of 2025, and I love that whole narrative of either halves. It gives you a little bit more wiggle room than quarters. And so definitely sometime in H2. Let's say by Christmas.
Okay, so by Christmas, do you want to say $10?
$10?
Because $10 would be 578 billion. Or do you want to go $9?
I'll say 10 because I feel like that's a good. And you and I were actually going to create some content before you went on your long trip.
Yep.
About XRP, and I thought it hitting double digit, and I strongly believe it's going to happen this run. So I think I love this. Let's say $10 so that hits double digits by Christmas. Let's do it for.
So you're saying $1,000.
Yep.
You're betting me that $1,000 that XRP is going to hit $10 by this Christmas.
100%.
All right. And I'm telling you that that's not happening. Come here. Come over here. Shake my hand. Come on. Come on. Let's do this on camera. Yeah, you guys know we're going to cut. The groggers are coming knocking on your door when that $1,000. All right.
Let's go.
Let's go.
XRP to $10.
Yeah. All right. I'm known about the biggest XRP bear forever for the rest of my life. Go Algorand. Algorand all day. All right, the bet has been placed. You know, I'm going to say that if we go back to coin perspective here, right? If XRP went to $6, you know, 346 billion, you know, $7, 404, $8, 462. I think that's a little much. You know, maybe 720. Yeah.
You gotta think about this now. They've done a really good job. XRP. So Brad Garlinghouse came out, it was like the first week of January, said they signed more US-based partnerships in the last week of 2024 than they did in the previous 6 months, right? So like there's a lot of things coming here domestically. You know that they position themselves as well on the BRIC side. So when settlements happen with BRICS Pay and all that stuff, they're ready to go. They're chomping on the bit. Bank of America using 100% of XRP for their internal transactions. Other banks are falling in line with this, like literally the perfect recipe. Things are changing. $10 XRP, let's go.
I totally, man, I hear it, dude. I hear the argument, but man, it's just like, do you know what XRP reminds me of right now? What? Caspa this time last year.
Don't do that.
That's what it looks like to me. It had its 500% pump. Everyone gets their 500% pump, and they're like, oh, we're going to do that again, right? We're just going to hold and never sell. We're going to 5X our bags and not take a penny of profits. You know why? Because we're bad traders. That's what I see when I look at XP right now. Man. That's what I see right now. I'm sorry. I think that here's the thing. Because the chart is so strong, that's what really throws me off with this one. Right. Because if we could, like, if you like take this Fibonacci, right? If this thing was to retest down to 618 or even 786 and like really bleed out, or even test the 200 EMA at the 0.5, come down here and then continue, okay, that makes more sense. But because it's just holding its value right now, like similar to Bitcoin, like if we were to just go to like a normal Bitcoin chart.
Don't you think that volume spike should hold it up pretty well though?
I mean, it should, but like you would think that though, right? You would think that, right? So if we were to go from, you know, swing low, bear, oh, sorry, that's not the right thing. Swing low from bear market to now. Guys, look, Bitcoin's strong. See how strong this is right now. And that's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't feel it's just going to like, no. How? No.
You think it's going to bleed out more?
I think it needs to bleed more first. That's what I'm saying.
There's strength in that, right? Like
yes.
that promotes a healthy market. We understand that. And I know it sucks in the short term and people are like, no, my money. But at the end of the day, like it's really healthy for the market to do stuff like
you want to see the things go down. You want to see them go down very far. And I know that sounds counterintuitive, but be in crypto for as long as I have, and you'll understand. We'll come from this low here. Hold on. Let's go from this low here. Let me get rid of everything on this chart. Let's go from this low here to the 2024 high. Okay. And look, even here, Bitcoin at least came down and tested 382 and came into the 382.
How far are we from the 382 right now?
Dude, we are right now. Hold on. I'll show you. Oops. Oh, I keep drawing squiggles, man. I hate when I get all squiggled out, bro. Squiggled out in the lab. We're not even at the 236, dude. Okay. This is got a ways to go. And this is what scares me about Bitcoin, though, is because when you kind of come in here, there is, you know what is in between the 236 and the 382? Nothing at all. That's what scares me.
Drop. And you can see that on the volume profile too. It literally is, it would be a straight vertical drop almost.
Yes, because anytime you see something rip through a level like this, that's how you know there's no volume there. Because look, it got shut down here and then it went immediately to the next level of the game. And look at the volume profile. All right. And funny that the local point of control, if we look at from January 24, December 23 to now, the point of control, guys, is at 67,000. That's bearish. And that's what I'm saying. That even look at the curvature. Let's look just at market cipher of Bitcoin. The curvature of the money flow. We got, and we just entered the red in February. How long were we in the green for? Oh, I don't know. 143 days. That's what I'm saying, man. I think everything points to, and we talked about this yesterday, we are going to suffer a little bit this year. XRP still really high up on the Fibonacci. Bitcoin really high up on the Fibonacci. When these bleed a little bit, it will set up for a Q3, Q4 push.
Right. And
that's when we get a bull run.
And I would agree with you on that whole thing. And that's why, you know, H2 is a big thing for me. I'd see Crypto Drunk just said also speculative versus adoption market. That's what's changing right now.
Yep.
That's what we're going to see this year, is that we are going from pure speculation, because there's for the hand few that you could put like a real world use case in at this point, like we've gone from purely speculative to now we're going to have some real use case.
Yep.
And I feel like with banks offering crypto to retail clients, like when that happens, guys, that's a slam dunk. It's game over. And I hope that it happens this year.
Yep. Yeah, man. I think time takes time, brother. Time takes time. And I don't want to be seen as an XRP hater, guys. I'm not an XRP hater. I love XRP. I've always liked XRP. I just want you guys, the reasons I say the things I say is because I want you to be a little bit more pragmatic with crypto. Because if you tell yourself, all I want's a 5x, and listen, getting a 5x is a big deal.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Guys in the stock market get excited about 5%.
Yeah. I always tell the story about my grandfather and my Uncle Boo clashing Coors Light bottles, cheersing, because they did 8% in the stock market 1 year. Uncle Boo and my pop got lit that night, bro. They were doing the Eagles chant and the Flyers were playing. They were having a hell of a night. And I'm telling you that in any other financial sector, where is the managed version of your expectation still a 5x? You know, like it's, man, I'm going to say, and the reason I say these things, guys, is because I don't want you guys to ride your bags to the top and think to yourself, that's not enough.
Oh, there's signs, man. I've told people, like, here's one thing. Like, you screenshot your portfolio to send to a buddy, to send to your mom, to send to a friend, your girlfriend, whatever it is. The moment you do that, sell. Because at that point, like, it's triggered some response into you where you're like, look what I've done.
Yeah.
Tap out at that point. Like, if you're excited, tap out. Don't squeeze more juice, because at the end of the day, like I did that with VeChain, right? I was like, when it hits 25 cents, I'm out. It happened so fast. And I'm like, there's more. There's more. It went to 28 cents and then dropped like a rock. And I was like, I'm not tripping it.
The worst thing The worst 4-letter words in crypto. The worst 4-letter word in crypto was more, because it's you need to sell. You have to be able to get to a point where you say, you know what, this is enough. I made enough money. Keep some exposure. If you want to sell 80% and keep 20%, fine. But take that big chunk. Take your money. Make your money. Too many people ride to the top, ride to the bottom. And the reason I'm so, what people would say, bearish, is because I want to see my audience take profits and make money and change their lives. If you just hold your crypto bags to the top and right back down to the bottom, I feel that I have failed you if you do that. I will not fail my groggers. I am going to say the day I sell, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you. And some people are going to hate it. Some people are going to say I'm stupid. And I might be. But guess what? Stupid or not, I will have made my money. And I will have walked away at that point a multi-millionaire.
There's no shame in that.
There's no shame in taking your money.
Shame in crypto has to go away.
It got to go away, dude. It's such a bad, dude. I'll tell you guys straight up now. I'll be honest about this. I sold some crypto in December, and I told a couple people, but I wanted to like make a video about it. And I literally was on Twitter, and I just saw people like when someone said that they sold, and they were like, oh, I thought you were a member of this community. How dare you do that to us? What about what you said about this? Do you really think it's over? But it's just like, it's not like that person or even me was selling because they thought it was over. I just thought it was over for now. Like, guys, the Thanksgiving pump, a lot of our bags 4x'd. Like, when that happens in that period of time, you know, look at 2024. We had our pump early in the year, and then we gave it all back. And we had our pump, and now we're giving it all back. That's how it works. And I bought $100 of each coin that I saw. I didn't sell everything. I sold about 300 G's. And I still have plenty of exposure publicly and in my bags. I didn't sell it all, but I took some money off the table. It was smart. It was. And I bought $100 of each coin I sold. And right now, if you look at that, each coin here,
it's like $60 each.
It's crazy. Hold on, I'll actually show you. I'm not going to show you, but I'll read it out loud. All right. So I bought $100 of every coin that I sold. Bitcoin is at 92. That says something. HBAR 73, Doge 69, Jasmy 65, Algo 62, VeChain 61, the Graph 60.
Yeah. I mean,
glad I sold that 300 grand.
It's interesting, right?
Yeah.
Altcoin. But this is something we were talking about yesterday. It's the altcoin apocalypse. They've just been bleeding out. Every altcoin's been bleeding out since December.
Yeah.
You know, we saw a lot of all-time highs. We saw a lot of things get close to it or go over it, whatever, make new all-times, whatever it was.
Yeah.
And then it's just been a bleed since.
Well, you know, and Johnny in the chat, well, we have the most bullish people in Congress now, and a pro-crypto president. Is it really the time to sell? No, maybe at the end of the year, yes. But right now, I don't think so. Johnny, I'm not saying right now. I said in December. Right. We had our big Thanksgiving pump. It looked like a local top. I actually sold 15% below that local top and correctly sold everything and probably saved myself north of 6 figures for doing that jump. I fully intend to jump back in, and I will be fully transparent with my Telegram group and my public portfolio that I will be revisiting. The reason I haven't done a portfolio update, ladies and gentlemen, is because I switched exchanges from Phemex to Bitunix, and I'm trying to get it all set up because not every coin I have is on Bitunix, at least not yet. So I have to kind of do like, I'll show you this much on Bitunix, and then I'll show you like a pie chart of something else. I'm kind of working on how to revisit those videos, but they will be coming back. So, you know, it's one of those deals that you got to protect, man. You got to protect. And I do appreciate all the JP. What were the fees on that trade? A lot, about $500, $600 every time I click sell. But hey, that's the deal. So so this is what I want to do here very quickly. I know we're already at an hour 15. Jason, these shows of me and you've been lately this week have just been flying.
Dude, this is so much fun.
Flying by. I'm having a blast. But dude, very quick. But there is some stuff I didn't even get to touch on that I very quickly want to hit. Coinbase launches Solana Hedera futures contracts. Love to see that. Love to see more forward-facing future contracts in America, because that's going to bring the regulation back for Femex. That's going to, like, you know, bring the regulation for Bybit and everyone else. We want to keep. This is bullish. I mean, obviously, I do all my trading on Bitunix. You should sign up for Bitunix right now. Click the link down below. I believe it's the last day for the deposit bonus on Twitter, the pinned tweet at the top. Read my Twitter. But to see this happening on Coinbase, this is adoption for everyone else. Not to mention, Binance restores fiat deposits and withdrawals for the first time since 2023. And of course, I do all my buying, I do all my trading on Bitunix. But the fact that Binance is getting their rights back, Coinbase is introducing futures, it feels to me like we're going to be allowed to trade crypto in America big time.
Very soon.
Big time.
Very soon.
This is what I'm talking about. Thank God this is happening. Yeah, not to mention we talked about the XRP ETF getting approved, and I think that will have its implications, but also be careful. XRP's held a lot of its value. I mean, the fact that XRP, you could have bought it for 50 cents in November. It's February now. 4 months have passed, and now it's 260. It does feel bad. I'm not buying XRP right now. I'm buying coins that have that are weaker, that have fallen back further.
Like the graph, the pit.
The graph, the Jasmines, the H-bars, the Algorands, Ondo even. Those are the coins I'm not targeting strong coins. I want the coins that have at least a double up back to previous local highs. That's just me. Do what you turn. Of course, we touched on Donald Trump in the show, tweeting and Truth Social about Ripple Labs. I think that's really bullish that our president even is, kind of on that. And guys, remember, we talked about this XRP cup and handle. We did execute a live XRP trade during the show. We were up about $700, $800 at one point, quickly retest, got out, took our $50 and ran for the hills. But at least it wasn't a loss. And also what I want to show you is this cup and handle. We have the cup, we have the handle, and of course the breakout level we're looking for is 282, 283. That will be the alarm for the measured move that would take us up to the previous high at about 339, 340. I also gave you guys during the show a bunch of local levels, important trade levels for XRP right now. Go, if you are late to the show, go back in the show and write down those alarms. And we were actually able to use one of those alarms to execute a trade. Right now, I do fully plan on revisiting this XRP trade, but not this moment. This kind of setup, this kind of push-pull setup with the momentum wave at the top here on the 12-minute chart isn't exactly what I'm looking for. But I do fully intend to re-enter this trade when it makes sense to do that. Lastly, yesterday, there were some rate portfolios that came in that we missed. And I want to make sure we get on that. So also really fast, there was a super chat. That's why I asked. AJ got people saying $15 XRP end of year, saying J change about. That's why. Wait, what? I don't know what he's saying.
It sounds like they got Algo and Ondo for the tokenization pull versus maybe some XRP.
Totally. No, and I think that dude, if you want the 5, 6, 7x multiples, you have to scroll down, bro. It's that simple. Scroll down.
I see there's another super chat from Doom. He said he posted our gentleman's bet live on X.
I'm gonna have to give that
there
a
we
retweet.
go.
I'm gonna have to give that a retweet for sure.
Shout out to our guy Doom.
All right, so, and I'm not opening the door for more rate mize. If we're gonna do rate mize, we're gonna do them tomorrow. But I'm just doing the 2 that got sent yesterday because we missed. So John G, his goal is 200K. He's at 54K now. So he's looking for like a little bit less than a 4x from here. 27% H-bar, 13 Algo and Bitcoin, 11%. Link, Vet, Graph, Jasmine, ENS. I like the ENS pick, to be honest. Here's the thing. You have to align your portfolio selection with your goal. And right now, from this moment, you're looking for a little bit less than a 4x, and 11% of your bag is Bitcoin. Bitcoin's not going to 4x. So the other 89% of your bag has to outwork Bitcoin. I don't understand the Bitcoin hold at this point. That's going to hold your portfolio back. Despite that, you only needing a 3.7, 3.8x, I still think you will achieve your goal with that bag. Although I would prefer to have more of an even distribution and not lead so heavy with, if you want to lead with H bar, fine, but you're leading with H bar 14% more than everything else. That's even if it's my favorite coin, scary distribution.
Yeah, and knowing, and you know, to that same effect, like, you know, what you were talking about a few minutes ago with, you know, kind of looking at what coins have pumped and or have underperformed and all that. H bar was one of the top performers, like, of the November into December rip, and knowing that it got to 41 cents, it's down to like 20 cents now, so it's lost some value, but it outperformed a lot of other coins, and having that much allocation, I think, would scare me at this point.
Yep. For sure. But yeah, man, I think that you're likely to achieve your goal, but if you're attempting to basically 4x, I wouldn't hold Bitcoin. That's just me. But do you? Overall, not a bad bag. Good job, John. And also Marcy So Fresh. There's no goal. Oh, there is. It does say 7x. Okay. H bar 45%. Jesus. Ooh. Guys, stop watching this channel.
We love the H barbarians. That's a big fact.
Stop watching this channel. At 45%, Link 20%, Ondo 17, XRP 12, near 6, ADA 5, 7x. All right. Well, basically, the question you're asking me is, can H bar 7x from here? That's the question you're asking me. Bad distribution is bad distribution. I will say that. You're also missing some really big picks, and what I don't like, Marcy, is it's not just that you have H bar, it's that you also is that 65% of your portfolio is Chainlink and H bar. That's the most important factor here, because look, Chainlink 13 by market cap, $11 billion. So Chainlink has to go to 77, 79 ish, $80 billion for that to 7x. And then Hedera, that is also basically 65% of your bag is in the top 25. That's really leaning into so basically it's 8.9 billion. I'm just gonna say 9 billion. 45. I mean, that's I don't know. I think it can though. Hold on. Let me look at the actual. Hold on. H barbarians. I mean, I think H bar can 7x, right?
I don't know.
What would $1 be? $1 would be 367. $2 would be like more than an 8x.
Like $1.70.
83 billion. You said $1.75. Let's try $1.75. 7, yeah. So dude, imagine H bar being $1.75. That'd be 717. Oh, I hate that. You have to restart. So 1.6. Oh, I did it again. I hate those things sometimes. 1.68. 1.69. Yeah. So around $1.71. Oh, I did it again. I'm the worst at this. Yeah. So $1.71 would be 699%. 699%. Man,
that's big time.
That's a big time, man.
That's a big move.
I don't know, and no one's more bullish on Hedera than me, man.
You could make bull cases for it, right? You got the activity if the council comes together and helps push the narrative. If that is something that ever was like a fundamental thing that they could, organize,
right?
There's a lot. You could make the use case for it.
So look at
that. I want to know where it looks like on that chart, though.
Yeah. So here is what I do like about H bar right now is that it is kind of setting up this bull div. You see how it kind of got anchor wave, trigger wave right there, and the RSIs are kind of turning here, and we are like pretty deep into the red right now. I mean, this thing might be forming a turnaround here, and also because when we looked at that divergence, this is obviously lower than this. So this is forming a bullish divergence as we speak. And we already got the hammer candle right there and underneath those. You know what I'm saying? When XRP and Bitcoin are up here, other coins are down here getting bigger retests, which means we're going to have bigger moves up. They're ranging wider, and that volatility in that range is what you want. Hell, H bar is 87% back to its all-time high, your local high. So Yeah, we are approaching some pretty big previous levels from this was a previous Telegram chart I had in a while. But basically what we're looking for is we look at H bar now, okay, and this is the history of H bar. And let me get rid of the fib chart just for the sake of demonstration. And she needs it to get here. Oops. 70. We're talking up here.
That's insane.
Yeah, that's unrealistic. And I'm not even going to pull the Gon fan. The Gon fan wouldn't even go that far. No way. Yeah, I think that's asking for a lot, man. And that's a problem. Is that and this is what I'm saying though, is that the game has changed for H bar. Let me go to like a cleaner H bar chart just for the sake of demonstration here. The game has completely changed for H bar because look, if we were talking a 7x back here in November of 2024, you know, when it was what 4 cents. Right now, you're buying H bar at 20 cents, 21 cents. We were buying it at 4 cents. And then that would be, you know, a 700% shit, dude. It went top to bottom 800 from the bottom of October. I mean, that was the 7x. You're up 400%, dude. Like, I don't know, man. From here, I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and say I don't know. The fact that it's Chainlink and XRP a 7 from here, I'd be looking for like a 4, 3 or 4. I don't know. But yeah, that's some of the fear is that we already got those gains for some of the coins went up there and stayed up there. Some of them went up there and came a lot back. But the H bar stayed up there. XRP stayed up there. Bitcoin stayed up there. You get my point. But guys, we have been streaming for about an hour and a half. I love asking questions. I love but we've been going way over on this show. We will do a proper rate my portfolio tomorrow. Anyone sends in a super chat gets a rating. Doesn't have to be crazy, but if we did every single one, that just gets put in the chat normally. I literally would never have time to eat food. I would just be sitting here rating portfolios. So, but Jay Chains, bro, I do appreciate your time, man. Thanks for coming on the show. And like I said, we are going to be streaming here tomorrow and Friday. Friday, I'm also going to have an additional members only, probably around 2 p.m., something like that. Also, next week, we will be streaming Monday and Tuesday. So definitely be around for that. And then we're heading out to ETH Denver. So if you're at ETH Denver, make sure you come by, say hello. We will be at the Karate Combat fight as well. Big shout out to Karate Combat. Big shout out to all the sponsors of this channel. Bitunix, Marcus Hyper, VBetter, Algorand, Karate Combat. Of course, David from Crypto Chips, fellow friend Grogger. We are going to do our new Grogger drop tomorrow. Don't miss out on that. Probably do a giveaway on Twitter as well. And also, guys, this is the last day for the Bitunix deposit bonus giveaway, and 5 people are winning $200, giving $1,000. So head over to my Twitter, my X account. Pinned to the top of my account is that tweet. So make sure you get in on that. And if you're trading in the Telegram group or you're trying to figure out where you're going to buy your crypto, where you're going to trade your crypto, come on over to Bitunix. Click the link on Twitter. Click the link down below. Get yourself signed up. This is the best place in America to trade and buy crypto. No VPN, no KYC, top shelf liquidity. And the liquidity difference from Bitunix to Femex, insane. No bad shade to Femex. People are really good to me. They're really nice people. But Bitunix is a superior pick. So come on down. You're the next contestant on Get Rich or Get Wrecked. Have a safe rest of your day. See you guys tomorrow. Later.